It began like any other morning on Live with Kelly and Mark. The usual mix of witty banter, charming flirtation, and relatable couple grumbles was flowing effortlessly between Kelly Ripa and her husband co-host Mark Consuelos. That is, until the conversation took a sharp left turn, straight into the strange and sometimes stomach-churning world of bizarre food habits. And they did not hold back. "I saw someone eat a banana with ketchup on the subway once," Kelly said, her face contorted in a way that resembled both fear and horror. "I'm still in therapy." Mark, who had just taken a sip of his coffee, nearly spat it out. "Stop. Stop it right now. That's not food. That's a cry for help." Cue the laughter from the studio audience, but the couple wasn't joking. "You know what's disgusting?" Mark added, leaning into the camera with mock intensity. "People who put ice cubes in cereal. That's criminal behavior." And just like that, a lighthearted morning segment turned into a full-blown public service announcement. The Great Food Offenders List. The segment, which quickly trended on social media under the hashtag #FoodFelonies, became a cultural moment, not because of shock value, but because everyone knows someone with a weird food habit that borders on the unholy. From coworkers who dip fries in milkshakes, divisive, but forgivable, to roommates who eat raw ramen like chips, technically legal, morally suspect, Ripa and Consuelos had touched a nerve. Kelly pulled out her mental Rolodex and began listing offenses like a food detective. People who eat string cheese like a carrot. Like, no peeling, just straight bite. You belong on a list. Adults who drink warm milk before bed. Unironically, we see you. Peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Honestly, go to jail. Meanwhile, Mark had his own list, clearly compiled over years of silent suffering. Folks who put mayonnaise on pizza. I'm calling Homeland Security. My cousin used to put grape jelly on scrambled eggs. I still haven't forgiven him. Anyone who eats cold spaghetti with their hands. You need God, not seasoning. Twitter weighs in. It didn't take long for Twitter, or X, as it's now known, to chime in. Within hours, the hashtag disgusting food combos began trending, with users sharing their own horror stories and food crimes they've witnessed in the wild. One user wrote, "Saw my ex dip Oreos in orange juice. That's why he's my ex." Another offered, "My roommate eats raw hot dogs straight from the package. No context. No shame. Just vibes." But perhaps the most unsettling revelation. "My boss eats tuna with peanut M&Ms together. In a bowl. I haven't had a raise in 3 years and I think I know why." Clearly, Kelly and Mark had unleashed something deep and previously unspoken, a national confessional of culinary crimes. The psychology of gross food habits. After the laughter and Twitter chaos came a wave of unexpected responses. Psychologists, dietitians, and behavior experts began weighing in. Was there a reason some people ate butter straight from the stick or dipped chicken nuggets in honey mustard and chocolate syrup? Dr. Fiona Gruber, a behavioral psychologist and food behavior expert, explained in an interview. Often, these food combinations stem from childhood experiences, nostalgia, or even sensory-seeking behaviors. Some people crave novelty. Others, chaos. So, maybe the guy who eats spaghetti tacos dipped in soy sauce isn't a villain, just a misunderstood culinary adventurer. No, Kelly responded in a follow-up segment. They're still gross. A deeper bond. As the morning segment wrapped, what was clear, beyond the trauma of imagining tuna mixed with gummy bears, was how genuinely entertaining Kelly and Mark are together. Their chemistry, even in the face of food abominations, remains effortless. "I've learned things today I can never unlearn," Kelly said, looking dead into the camera. "And I'll never trust any of you again." Mark added, "We need stricter food laws. Or at least food etiquette police." But jokes aside, it's this kind of banter, the relatable disgust, the loving jabs, the over-the-top reactions, that makes their show feel like a kitchen table conversation with old friends. Only in this case, those friends have just watched someone put ranch dressing in their coffee. The people demand justice. In response to the viral moment, Live launched a week-long segment called Food Court, where viewers could submit photos and stories of the weirdest food combos their loved ones enjoyed. Kelly and Mark would then judge them, either declaring them innocent or guilty of food crimes. The inaugural case. A woman from Wisconsin who claims to eat canned peas with maple syrup and sprinkles, a dish she calls sweet green sunshine. The verdict: guilty, 25 years to life. So, What's the takeaway? Maybe the world needs more judgment-free zones. Maybe we should all be a little more open-minded when it comes to food. After all, who are we to judge what brings comfort or joy to someone's palate? Then again, bananas with ketchup, ice cubes in cereal, tuna and peanut M&Ms. No. Just, no. As Kelly Ripa so eloquently put it. There's quirky. And then there's call the authorities. Conclusion. What started as a funny rant turned into a nationwide and surprisingly intimate conversation about taste, culture, and just how far is too far when it comes to food. And while it's unlikely the banana ketchup guy will change his ways, at least the rest of us can find solace in one simple truth. You are not alone. Somewhere out there, someone is dipping their hot dog in yogurt, and proudly calling it innovation. But not in Kelly and Mark's America. Never in their America.